Hello students, good morning to all of you. So today we are going to discuss about the last concept in alternating current. This is the I think last part. Okay, so this is the already sixth. That is the sixth A part. This is the sixth B part. Last concept. Okay, right. It will take only 40 minutes. 40 minutes, 30 minutes. I can finish this one. Right. Okay. So last concept. Transformer. What is the meaning of transformer? Yeah, transformer and electric motor, AC generator, this and all we are familiar in the class 10th only. Correct only, right? So one more time we had revised this and all. So transformer. Transformer is nothing but it is the device, yes or no, which converts the voltage from higher to lower, lower to higher. Very, very important device. This is the in electronic devices. Yes or no? So this is the current purpose. Very, very important. So the current can generate in the power station. From there we want to bring current. Yes or no? From one place to another place. Correct? We want to distribute that means we want to transfer the current from main substation, main station to substations. Yes sir, like that we can transfer the current. That means for transferring purpose. So main important concept is a transformer. Transformer is the device which converts the high voltage to low voltage, low voltage to high voltage. High voltage can transfer. High voltage is having low current, low voltage is having high current. Like that it can convert. That's why because of that reason only what will happen? We can lose. That means we did not lose any power. The main important point is power only. Power we did not lose. Okay, with help of transformer. Yes sir, power dissipation. So power we did not lose. Correct? For that purpose we want to use transformer. Transformer is the device which converts higher voltage to lower voltage, lower voltage to higher voltage. So that is the transformer, right? So transformer is a device used to convert low alternating voltage at a higher current. Low alternating voltage at a higher current into higher alternating voltage at lower current. At lower current, very, very much similar. So what is that? Transformer is a device used to convert low alternating voltage at a higher current into higher alternating voltage at lower current and vice versa. Okay, so that is the transformer. That is nothing but transformer. Higher voltage converted into lower current. Okay, and lower voltage converted to higher current. Higher voltage converted to lower current. Okay, lower voltage converted into higher current. For that purpose we want to use a transformer. So formula P is equal to I square into R. I square into R. Correct or not? That means here current is more. Current is more. That means what happened here? Power is more only. Power is more only. Correct? So that what would be happen? We want to reduce the resistance. We want to reduce the resistance. We want to reduce the resistance. What would be happen? So power is less only. Power we did not last. Power cannot last there. Resistance can decrease me. Correct only, right? So like that. For example, P is equal to one more formula. V into I. V into I. Voltage is low mean current is high. Current is high mean voltage is high. Is a high, this is the more, is a low, this is the high, like that only. So that's what here. Higher voltage converted into lower current and lower current is converted to higher voltage. Like that conversion purpose we want to use. So which one? Transformer. With help of transformer we can transport the current from one place to another place without loss of energy, without loss of heat energy. Correct? Right. So in other words, A transformer is an electrical device. Yeah, used to increase or decrease alternating voltage. Simple definition this one. What is that? In other words, the transformer is an electrical device used to increase or decrease alternating voltage. Is nothing but transformer. Okay, now what is the principle of transformer? Very very important. So it works based on the principle of mutual induction. Mutual induction. So basic principle is what? Mutual induction. Mutual induction. Very very important. One more question. What is the principle of transformer? What is the principle of transformer? What is the principle of transformer? Mutual induction. Mutual induction. Alright. Okay. Next question. Types of transformer. Types of transformer. There are two types are there. One is step up transformer. Second step down transformer. Step up transformer. Second one is step down transformer. Okay. Step up transformer. What is the meaning of step up transformer? Step up transformer. Step up transformer is nothing but the transformer which converts low alternating voltage. Converts low alternating voltage at a higher current. At higher current. Low alternating voltage convert into higher voltage at a higher current. Okay, na? Remember what is that? Low alternating voltage at a high current into a higher voltage at a lower current. Lower current convert a higher, lower voltage converted into higher voltage. That means output voltage is greater than of input voltage. It is simple word. What is that? Output voltage is greater than input voltage. That is nothing but this one only. What is that? Step up transformer. Step up transformer. Remember, in the step up transformer, so we are having here number of turns. This is the primary coil. This is the secondary coil. This is the description. All those things I will give you. Okay, now this is the primary coil. This is the secondary coil. The number of turns in secondary coil is greater than of the number of turns in primary coil. Okay, is known as the step up transformer. Remember, in the step up transformer, the number of turns in secondary coil is greater than of the number of turns in primary coil. That's what here. So here number of turns is lesser, mean voltage also less. Okay, now output voltage we will give you here. Primary coil voltage VP. VP mean input voltage. VS mean output voltage. So that VS is greater than VP or NS is greater than NP. But current IS is less than IP. Current is 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 less than IP. Current is less. Okay. In the secondary coil. In the secondary coil, current is less. Primary coil is greater. Reverse. Voltage and current is reverse. Okay. So that is the step up transformer. Next one, step down transformer. Step down transformer is nothing but the transformer which converts high alternating voltage. High alternating voltage at a lower current. What is that? High alternating voltage at a lower current into a low alternating voltage at a higher current. At higher current is called step down transformer. Step down transformer. Okay, that means V output is smaller than of V input. V output smaller than of V output less than of input voltage. Input voltage is greater than of output voltage. So that VP is greater than VS. Similarly, NP is greater than NS. but current IS is greater than IP reverse. Okay, then what is that? IS is smaller than IP. Here IS is greater than IP. So this is the types of transformer. Types of transformer. Next, right? Next, construction and working process of transformer. Okay, construction. Construction is nothing but here. So which is having, so what is that? Soft iron core. What is a soft iron core? So like that we are having soft iron plates. Plates are there. Plates we can arrange in this manner. So one by one. One by one. Like that we have to arrange the plates. We have to arrange the plates. One by one in this manner. Okay. These are the transformer. So transformer here. So primary coil will be, this is the primary coil. So now here secondary coil. Secondary coil, this one. Secondary coil is the primary coil. This is the secondary. This is a complete soft iron core. Soft iron. Okay, soft iron. So this is the plates. Iron plates. Okay, iron plates only. Okay, so this is the number of primary coil. This one is the primary coil. Is the secondary coil. So this is the number of turns. NP is the number of turns is NS. This is made up of soft iron, as well as this is the copper wire. We can wound in this manner. Okay, this is a wound in this manner like that only. This is the number of turns. So number of turns is more in secondary coil, mean there is a step of transformer. So number of turns is less in secondary coil, mean more in primary coil, mean that is the step down transformer. Step down transformer. Okay, so like that we are having now here. We have to connect to this is the working process. Next, so here one oscillator, one AC source. We have to apply AC source. Then what happened here? AC current can enter into in this copper coil. It's a complete copper coil only. Remember everybody. So the current is enter in this coil. So for example, is solenoid already you know. So what is solenoid here? Like that will be there, solenoid. Correct? Already. So moving charges magnetism as well as magnetism matter. We have seen this and all. Correct? So the current is flowing like that only. Induction EMI also. The current is enter into coil. The current is flowing like that, like that only. Current is moving. Correct? Current is moving like that. So this is the direction of magnetic field. So current is moving like that. So this is the current is moving this direction of magnetic field. Therefore here, so magnetic field can form in this manner. Magnetic field can form. Magnetic field. That means this inductor is produces magnetic field. Magnetic field. Right? That magnetic field can enter into another coil here. Mutual inductance. Mutual inductance means, so this is the, so one of your coil. So this is the one of your coil like that will be there. Okay. So then here we have to arrange another coil without battery. So one galvanometer will be there. One galvanometer. So now current is enter into this direction. So magnetic field is the magnetic field. Magnetic field is enter into this coil. Magnetic field enter into this coil. Okay, so when the magnetic field is enter here, flux can form. This flux is alternatingly changes. The change of flux is produces induced EMF in this secondary coil. Correct? With the help of primary coil. So in a secondary coil, induced EMF can form. Correct? That induced EMF we can measure with the help of galvanometer. With the help of galvanometer. Correct? So that is here induced EMF formula. So E is equal to induced EMF. E is equal to minus N into dP by dt. dP by dt. Actually here we will give you M. M is nothing but mutual induction. Mutual induction. Okay. L is nothing but self induction. L is equal to self induction. Are you clear? So this formula we have to use generally. So here, so according to Faraday's law, E is equal to, so minus d phi flux, sorry. So d phi by dt. d phi by dt. This formula we have to use. Induced EMF. Induced EMF is happened because of change of flux. Change of flux. Correct? That's what here. Principle of transformer is mutual induction. Mutual induction. Right. So now here the current is enter into this coil. Enter into this coil. Correct or not? So around this direction, what should be happen? So magnetic field can form. This magnetic field lines can move along this plate. Along this plate. Where to where plate can move? From north pole to south pole. From north pole to south pole. Correct? So this is the direction of magnetic field line. These magnetic field lines are enter into this coil. Enter into this coil. The number of magnetic field lines. The number of magnetic field lines. The number of magnetic field lines in a unit area is nothing but magnetic flux. Correct? Like electric flux. What is electric flux? Electric flux. So the electric field lines passing through unit surface is known as electric flux. Similarly, here also magnetic flux. The number of magnetic field lines are passing through unit area is nothing but a magnetic flux. Okay, so now here magnetic field lines are going here, but here this is a alternating current. So alternating current is so positive and negative. Correct? Positive and negative. So now current is moving in which direction? In this direction is the current direction. Now field is acting upward only, magnetic field. Again now current is moving which direction? Downward direction. Correct? Here see that this is the upward. Now this is the downward. Magnetic field acting like that only. Again here current is moving in this direction. In this direction. Magnetic field acting in which direction? So upward direction. Again here, so in downward direction. Correct? This is the current direction, this is the magnetic field. In this manner, this is the current direction, this is the magnetic field. So, continuously, current also, the direction of current also changing. Current direction can change, mean, so magnetic field directions also can change. Magnetic field lines also can change. Magnetic field lines can change, mean the flux also can change. The flux also can change. Correct? Why? Because that analysis happened. This is the alternating current. Alternating current. Current is upward direction or downward direction. Correct? This is upward. So in this manner, current is acting like that only. So again downward. Okay, downward in this manner. So field is acting like that one. That's what here magnetic field lines continuously. The direction is changes. The direction is changes. Okay, that means flux can change. That change in flux is produces induced EMF in the secondary coil. Secondary coil. Here magnetic field will be there. That magnetic field is enter here. That is becomes magnetic flux. That magnetic flux, the change of magnetic flux is produces induced EMF. Okay, that induced EMF we will get here. This is the output voltage. V output. This is the V input. V input is equal to Vp, V output is equal to Vs. So this is the working process. Finished one, that's it. So this is the transformer. Okay, so now transformer, we can observe there. So what happened here, this is the, so number of turns will be there here, number of turns. So phi is equal to, so here what is that? Ns. Okay, so N, yes, this is the phi S mean Ns into phi. Here phi P is equal to number of turns in primary coil. So it's a flux. It's a flux. So that here mutual induction can form, no? So that's why here, that's for that purpose only here we can use formula EP is equal to minus d by dt into phi p is becomes minus np into d phi by dt. Similarly, es minus d by dt of phi s is equal to phi s is what? Minus ns into d phi by dt. d phi by dt. This is the mathematical expression. Remember everybody. So now I will do EP by ES is equal to EP by ES is equal to minus minus get cancelled. So NP by NS. NP by NS. So d phi by dt, d phi by dt both are get cancelled. Correct? So that's what this is the very important formula. For any transformer, ideal transformer or general transformer, any for transformer purpose, we can use this formula to get the EP, to get the ES, all those things. For example, if I want so output voltage, what is output voltage? So NS by NP into EP, correct? Output voltage. Are you clear everybody? So this is the output voltage and input voltage related terms only, right? So that one more important formula also you can remember. So ES by EP is equal to what will come? NS by NP is nothing but a transformer ratio. We can call it this one transformer ratio, where T is equal to what? Transformer ratio. Okay, so what is the T? T is equal to ES by EP or NS by NP is a transformer ratio. Transformer ratio is equal to what is that? NS by NP. Okay, so transformer ratio for step up transformer transformer R is ratio value. R is equal to R, T is equal to T or R. So T is greater than 1 for step up. For step down, T less than 1. Remember everybody, is that T is less than 1, T is greater than 1. Is a transformer ratio. Remember what is transformer ratio? ES by EP, not EP by ES. So what is that? T is equal to NS by NP. For step up transformer value, what is that? T greater than 1. T greater than 1. Correct or not? So number of turns in secondary coil is greater than of number of turns in primary. So this is NS by NP. T is equal to T greater than 1. Next one, step down. NS by NP is the less than. Based on that, we will give you this formula. This is the main basic point. Okay, so this is the transformer ratio. Similarly, based on current. So I want to current relation also. Okay, so now for current purpose, I can follow one form. What is that? Remember here, this is the input power, this is the output power. The power is constant, remember. Power did not last. So power is constant. Therefore, input power is equal to output power. Input power, what is that? P input is equal to P output. What is the P input? VI. Correct? So P output, PO, IO. Yes. So VI is nothing but what is that? E. Yes. This is the I input only, right? IS is equal to V output mean. So sorry, input mean P, right? Yes. Extremely sorry. So V output VO mean VS then IS. Therefore I want to IP by IS or else EP by ES. EP by ES is equal to, so transfer that side. What happened here? IS by IP. Inversely proportional, right? Correct or not? So EP by ES is equal to IS by IP. That means inversely proportional. Inversely proportional. Correct only, right? This is the voltage in primary, current in secondary. Voltage in secondary, current in primary. So with help of this equation, which one this equation? EP by ES is equal to what? NP by NS. So that relation, this is the relation between current and voltage. Next, current and number of turns. So NP by NS is equal to IS by IP. IS by IP. This is the current relation. Is the current relation. Finished, ma'am. So current relation finished. Next topic is efficiency power. Efficiency of power. Efficiency of power. Efficiency of power. So efficiency of power. So ideal transformer, this is ideal transformer. Purpose, what is that? So eta, it is represented as eta. Eta is equal to, okay, efficiency P output by P input. So eta is equal to P output to V naught into I naught by, so V I, okay, I input into 100%. Okay, so this is the efficiency of power. Efficiency of power. Okay, input. So this one we can write it E still. This is the E secondary, right? Input mean output means secondary. Is the IS divided by AP by IP into 100. Alright, this is the transformer topic. Finish transformer. Okay, so then we are having some energy losses. Energy losses in transformer. Very important question by this one. For 3 mark question, energy losses in transformer. So how many energy losses are there? 3 losses or 4 losses. Like that we are having. One is eddy current losses. Second one is hysteresis losses. Next one is copper losses. Yes or no? So like that we are having energy losses. Very important question this one. Right. So last question in the transformer. What is that? Energy losses in transformer. Very important 3 mark question by this one. Gunshot question. Remember, gunshot question this one. Energy losses in transformer. So here 4 losses I have given. In examination any 3 losses you can write it, no problem. Okay, 3 mark question. If they ask only energy losses, you can write it energy losses. What is that? So energy losses. Ohmic losses due to the resistance of the windings, eddy current losses, hysteresis losses, and flux leakages. Like that you can write in examination. Okay, so what is that? Losses due to flux, loss due to flux leakage. Okay, loss due to flux leakage. And second one, loss due to resistance of the windings. Next, loss due to eddy currents, and loss due to magnetic hysteresis. Like that, 4 losses will be there. One is, what is that? Loss due to flux leakage. Second one, loss due to resistance of the windings. And third one, loss due to eddy currents. And loss due to magnetic hysteresis. Like that we get. And only if they ask, only losses, energy losses. If they ask, how can we prevent? Okay, how can we reduce these losses? Now little bit we can write the what is that prevents also, right? How can you reduce these losses? That one also you want to write it. If they ask, if they did not ask me, just energy losses you can write it. Okay, that depends on question only. Right, first one, ohmic loss due to the resistance of the windings. Correct? For example, here you know what is that? P is equal to I square into R. I square into R. If resistance is more, mean what would be happen? The power loss is more. The energy loss is more. Correct? Energy loss is more. What is the energy formula? H is equal to I square into RT, right? I square into RT. That's mean here energy is depends on resistance. So resistance is more, energy is more. That's what here we want to reduce the resistance of the wire. Resistance of the wire. Correct? How can you reduce? Yes, resistance formula you know. R is equal to rho into L by A. L by A. That's when here resistance is depends on length of the wire, area of the wire. So that we want to increase the area, mean thickness. The copper wire thickness we want to increase. The thickness of copper wire we want to increase. In that case, what happened? The resistance should be reduced. Resistance should be reduced means the heat energy should be reduced. Correct? That is the first one. So ohmic loss due to the resistance of the windings. So it can be reduced by using thick copper wire. Thick copper wire. That is the first one. Right. Next one. Eddy current loss. Eddy current loss. Right. This one also EMI chapter eddy current. Yes, sir. Eddy current. About eddy current you know already. Yes, sir. Eddy current. So eddy current. For example, eddy current. This is the magnetic north pole. Is the magnetic south pole. So here, what is that? So one metal plate is moving like that only. Correct? So in that case, what would be happening here? Circulating current can form on the surface of this plate. On this plate, circulating current can form. That circulating current is called eddy current. That circulating current is called eddy current. Okay. So here, that plate thickness and area mostly. Area is more mean the heat energy is more. The heat energy is the loss of eddy current. Loss of eddy current. That heat energy we want to reduce. That heat energy we want to reduce. For that purpose, so it can be minimized by laminating and insulating the core of the transformer. Okay, now so now here this transformer made up of copper wire only, right? For example, here total, if I take a block in this manner, okay, so no break anywhere, so direct to one plate, complete like that. Here area is more will come, so that it is laminated. It is laminated means so it is the divide into small parts. Small part like that only. Laminated. And what is that? So one more part I have again. Laminated and laminated by insulating the core. Minimized. That means if the size should be minimized and laminating with the help of insulating core. Insulating core. Okay, minimized by laminating and insulating the core of the transformer. That each plate we want to insulate it. Okay, the total length also we want to divide from this is the one plate, 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 like that only. And each plate is laminated, insulating core with help of insulating material. In that case, what happened? The area should be reduced. Area is reduced means the heat energy should be reduced. That means eddy current. Eddy current should be loss. Eddy current is minimized. Correct? So eddy current loss. So that one also we can prevent. Right? So prevent that minimization also. Next, hysteresis loss. This is the matter you know already. Hysteresis loss. Correct? Hysteresis loop you know already. Hysteresis loop. Correct? X axis and y axis. So hysteresis loop. Right? This is the normal magnetic material. The magnetic material, this loop area is more will be there. Correct? In that case, what happened? Magnetic power can be reduced. Magnetic power should be reduced. Now magnetic power is I want to increase it. That means this hysteresis loop can be reduced this much only. Okay, hysteresis loop. Correct? This hysteresis loop is very small for ferromagnetic material. Correct? So if I use a ferromagnetic material, that means soft iron, in that case I can minimize, I can reduce this hysteresis loss. Right? Hysteresis loss I can reduce it with help of ferromagnetic material. That means here, so transformer is made up of with help of soft iron. Transformer is made up of soft iron. So that's what here. So what is that? It can be minimized by using soft iron, which has low hysteresis loss. Right? Okay. Last one, flux leakage. So flux leakage. All flux linked with primary do not reach secondary. Correct? So for example, here I have there, what is that? So iron core will be there, like that will be there. This is the transformer. So primary coil and secondary coil, like that will be there. So now AC voltage is enter into the coil. Then what happened here? Magnetic flux can form. Magnetic flux. Therefore here this is a primary coil, this is secondary coil. So magnetic field is going like that. Mean what happened? So some leakage this side can form. Some leakage can go this side. That means all magnetic flux cannot reach to the secondary coil. That means some leakage is going this side and this side, like that only. Now I want to reduce that flux leakage. For that purpose only, we want to make transformer in this manner. That means primary coil and secondary coil wind together. You know already this copper wire are completely so coated with insulating material, right? So did not get any short circuit. So no problem. So that here this copper primary coil and secondary coil both are so clubbed together in this manner. What is that? To prevent this primary and secondary coil can be winded one over the other. In that case, what would be happen? So that loss also be reduced. These are the energy losses. That's it, man. This is the AC current chapter finished. So now we will solve some problems. Okay, right. Right. First problem. So the question is given: NP is equal to 400, NS is equal to 300, ES is equal to 300 volt, EP is equal to what? Yes, we know formula. What is that? E. Yes. EP I want, right? Therefore, E primary by E secondary is equal to N primary by N secondary. Therefore, EP is equal to NP by NS into ES. NP is equal to how much? 400. And NS is equal to 300. And ES 300. So get cancelled. So EP is equal to how much? 400 volt. Correct? EP is equal to 400. Next, second question. So given question is NP by NS is given. NP by NS is equal 1 by 25. Then IS is given. IS is equal to ampere. Then IP is equal to what? You know formula already. What is that? NP by NS is equal to so IS by IP. Correct? Then NP is equal to 1 by 25, IS is equal to 2, then IP is equal to what? Therefore, IP is equal to 50 amperes. Right, next here. So, what is given here? So, ES is equal to how much? 5 ampere. EP is equal to 100 volt. And P input is equal to, P input means EP and IP. Correct? EP and IP. So I want to, what is that? IP. Yes. EP is given. P input is given. P input how much? 2000. EP 100. IP I don't know. Right? Okay. So IP is equal to 20 amperes. Is the first question over. Now second question. ES is equal to, so direct formula we can use, right? What is that ES formula? ES is equal to ES by EP is equal to NS, not given. So IP by IS. So ES is equal to IP. IP is equal to how much? 20. IS 5. EP 100. So 5 fours, right? Therefore ES is equal to 400 volt. With help of efficiency also you can find it, no problem. What is the efficiency formula? Efficiency is equal to P output by P input. P input is equal to how much? P output ES IS divided by how much? P input EP IP. What I am asking, IS only na? It I given already. Eta is how much? 90%. 100. ES. Correct? So what will come? How much will come? 90 by 100 is equal to ES, not given. That is I want. Into IS 5 divided by EP. EP is equal to how much? EP 100 into IP 20. Correct? So 20. So EP is equal to how much? EP value. You can calculate. 360 will come right. That problem I done mistake. Okay. So we will see there. So how much? 100 get cancelled. 5 fours. Therefore ES is equal to 360 volt. That is a mistake. Sorry. Somewhere this is a mistake. Okay, we want to follow this problem, this method only. Efficiency is given, right? We want to follow this method. Efficiency eta is equal to P output by P input. P output by P input. Right? So answer is given 360. Correct. Answer is the 360. Right? Okay. So next. Exercise problem itself. Exercise problem 7.7 problem is given. What is that? 7.7 already over, right? So 7.8 problem. 7.8 problem. Okay. So suppose the initial charge on the capacitor is 7.7. So charge is given. Q is equal to how much? 6 into 10 power minus 3 coulomb. Okay, what is the total energy? What is the total energy? And seventh problem related to this one. L is equal to how much? L is equal to, so 27 into 10 power minus 3 Henry. Next, capacitance. C is equal to how much? 30 into 10 power minus 6 farad. Then EC is equal to what? EC is equal to energy stored in capacitor formula. Energy stored in capacitor EC is equal to what? Q square by 2C, right? Q square by 2C. Therefore, Q is equal to how much? 6. 36 into 10 power minus 6 divided by 2 into C. C value how much? 30 into 10 power minus 6. Get cancelled. Correct? Then, next, how much will come? So, here, 2 ones before that, 6, 6, 6 5s. Okay, 2 3s. Then 0.6 joules. Right, EC is equal to 0.6 joules. That is the answer. Right, remaining problems are you have to do yourself. Okay, so now I can close this chapter now. So remaining problems, 1 or 2 problems, 3 problems will be there. You have to do yourself. Okay now. So thank you to one and all. So you have to listen carefully again. So it's the most important chapter, this one. Okay, problems are very important in the chapter. Essay questions are very less only will be there. Okay, only LCR question, only essay question, LCR only. So that you have to more focus problems as well as 3-mark question. Okay now. So many concepts are high given. So resistance is resistors and capacitor and inductor and LCR. Okay, next one LCR. Next one is power factor, quality factor. Next one bandwidth derivation. Next LC oscillation solutions. Solution. Okay, so that one also you have to remember. Next transformer is a theory question on this one. Theory question and energy losses. Very important chapter, this one. So thank you. So listen carefully. Again you have to read this concept. Okay, so thank you to one and all. Thank you.